Hear ye, order in the court. Today, the Honorable Judge, Mrs. Jacqueline Inez Williams Larte, will preside over the following court. The North Alabama District Missionaries had to secure legal counsel on the following case. My name is Attorney Charmaine Powell. The parent body versus the shelters and children. The missionaries of the Huntsville district, we adopted several families with children and assisted with food and toys during the holidays. We also visited and donated winter garments and blankets to the homeless shelter.
Good morning. I am Attorney Joy Knight Dennis. I would like to share with you the cases on my docket. In the case of Parent Body versus the Board of Bishops, this was a special case with clients we had worked with in the recent past. We were located at the Sheraton Hotel downtown Birmingham, where we welcomed bishops, missionary supervisors, and others to a comfortable setting where they carried on their business. They truly appreciated our hospitality. My second case, in the case of Parent Body versus the Board of Education, we had very young clients who we provided treats, not bribes, as well as read to them stories that would encourage them to grow up and become attorneys as well.
Hello, I am Attorney Veronica J. Williams. I present to you my first case, number 1880-WHO, TBD Parent Body versus WHOMS Love Train, LLC. At the annual missionary workshop, TBD officers reenacted in full costume and performance the Love Train quadrennial theme introduction given at the 2019 General Convention. Your Honor, we ask that the defendant's motion for dismissal on the basis of copycat infringement be denied. The next case on the docket is case number 1880-MS, TBD Parent Body versus co-defendants Teddy Pendergrass, Howard Melvin and the Blue Notes, and the Stay Woke crew. At the virtual celebration of the 140th anniversary of the Missionary Society, the Story Girls, Angelica, JC, and Ebony, sang "Wake Up, Everybody." Reverend LaShawn Hilton delivered the sermon and gave personal testimonies of recent racial injustices committed against her and against her son. Counsel thanks Your Honor Larte for being a material witness to the events. The world won't get no better if we just let it be. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Wh&Oms versus the pandemic. During the pandemic, the missionaries helped sustain families with bread ministry, with gift cards, and other essentials to help them keep their family safe.
Your Honor, members of the court, I am Attorney Mo Perry. If it pleases the court, I would like to share a couple of the cases on my docket today. In the case of the Yams versus the Chili Cook-Off Chefs, I will start by simply stating the facts. Participants were eager and ready to defend or compete for this year's title. First place went to Reverend Charles Rutledge. Second place went to Reverend James Rutledge, and the third place winner was Terry McCrae. The People's Choice Award went to Mary Love of Metropolitan. All participants may not have been compensated vocally for their time and efforts, but it was settled that all parties involved were winners and contributed to the success of this event. In the second case of the Wh&Oms versus the COVID, Wh&Oms donated adult and children's masks to the Alabama-Florida Episcopal area. In this matter, we petitioned the court to keep this case open as the Wh&Oms continue to investigate and collect evidence to serve where we are needed.
Attorney Viola Akoff for the prosecution in case number 1983 TBD, Tuscaloosa-Bessemer District Wh&Oms versus Founders Day observance. On Sunday, November the 17th, 2019, at Petty's Chapel AME Zion Church, the Wh&Oms had a panel on You and the Law, Know Your Rights. For the panel, there were experts who addressed topics including when to consult an attorney, the role of a social worker, and police community relations. The panelists consisted of attorney Elizabeth Clark Bone, social worker Kalisha Perriman, and police officer James Richardson. After you have heard all of the evidence, we ask you, the jury, to find the Tuscaloosa-Bessemer Wh&Oms guilty of providing very useful and timely information for the members of Zion. Thank you.
Attorney Charmaine, social justice. The youth of the district provided rides to and from COVID-19 testing centers and hospitals. And we also held a blood drive to see who in the community may have the antibodies to be able to help another person that's currently dealing with COVID-19. And for social justice change, we had a voters registration in which we had the Alabama director of the Democratic Party come with several of his associates and assist us in this endeavor.
Good morning. I am attorney Alfreda Anderson. I have two cases to present to you today. Case number 1909, which ironically is the year we were organized in Salisbury, North Carolina by our founder, Ms. Victoria Richardson, is Youth versus Victory Day. This day was celebrated in conjunction with Marie L. Clinton Day, and we focused on social justice. I taught a class to the youth on the same subject. My second case is case number 1912, which ironically is the year our organization was adopted in Charlotte, North Carolina. This case is Youth versus Children's Hospital of Alabama. We could not think of a better way to truly celebrate our founder than by giving to those in need. We donated 30 wagons to Children's Hospital in memory of Christian Zion Johnson. Our magnificent missionary supervisor, Mrs. Jacqueline Williams Locke, along with her colleagues, pledged 70 more. I rest my case.
Your Honor, members of the North Alabama Grand Jury, I'm attorney Edna Hill Cole, representing the Youth Missionary Society. And in the case number TBD 1912, the Youth versus Social Injustice, I ask that you would accept the admissible evidence of worship, workshops, and paintbrush activity held January 2020, entitled A Clear Vision in 2020. There were approximately 35 witnesses there. And in addition to this, each church received a subpoena to appear at the annual anniversary celebration. Finally, a continuance was given for the annual spotlight on ambassadors celebration due to the pandemic. Move through Zoom on August 7th was held instead.
Attorney Tawana Burton of the firm Burton Clinton, and we have two interesting cases on our docket. One is the Buds of Promise versus the Grinches of America. We are excited to know that at Metropolitan we were able to share and sing and dance for all the members of the Zion Church Birmingham district. We had a glorious time sharing our talents. Our second case, the Buds of Promise versus the City of Birmingham, social justice. Yes, we taught and we had workshops. Yes, we have a right. We have a right to teach and learn about how to solve our problems. And we have a right to show that we can improve. Children matter. All children matter. Black lives matter. What a great day we had.
Good morning. I am Attorney Chandra Freeman, case number 2726, TBD Buds of Promise versus Sticky Fingers. Fingerprints was taken at the scene, but too many prints was found on the round table to prove that it was my client. So, Your Honor, my client plead not guilty. Case number 0520, TBD Buds of Promise versus Boards of Little Chef. On this day, the Little Chef made their own breakfast. Upon arrival, no evidence was found in the kitchen because our little chefs ate everything up.
I am Attorney Ethel Richardson, and I would like to share with you the awesome cases on my docket. In the case of Supply versus the Walkers of the Mile, I believe it took place in March of 2020 in the vicinity of the St. Luke AME Zion Church. There was a display of walkers who circled the Patton Park grounds. Young and older attended with rewards presented to the best dressed team, the largest team, the greatest donations to the oldest and youngest team. In the case of Supply versus Prayers for Social Justice, a host of prayers were extended and breakfast was served to the officers. All was well. I rest my case.
Good morning. I am attorney Amanda Mays. I would like to present to you the cases of my docket. In the case of the TBD, presenting case number 1912, the TBD Supply versus the Power Pack Peas, Peaches for Prayer, Pears for Power, Pineapples for Perseverance. We donated the fruit to the Center of Hope, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Our fourth pea pennies put in small water balls and donated to HIPAA. Your Honor, my second case, 1964, the TBD Supply versus the Gavel. The gavel is a symbol of authority used by judges, church chairpersons, and other leaders. It is to be used to keep orderly procedures in meetings and in matters of judgment. One tap of the gavel following the announcements or adjournment, the completion of a business or judicial item, or is a message to members to be seated following the opening ceremony. Two taps of the gavel call the meeting room to order or may be used to keep orderly procedures. So let us be arbitrators, magistrates, and judges, using the authority granted to us from the gavel of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Your Honor, I rest my cases.
Good morning. I'm Attorney Michelle Wright Rice. I would like to present two cases for you this morning. In the case of Life Members versus Water Bottles of America, our firm was issued a request from the Honorable Reverend James Rutledge to assist in the donation of necessary water for the Uniontown community. We willingly assisted in this area. In the matter of Life Members versus the prominent Faith in Action organization, we assisted in registering family members to vote during the march in downtown Birmingham, remembering those who lost their lives from gun violence. I rest my case.
Good morning. I am attorney Robin H. Tiggs. I have two cases that I will present to you today. First case on the docket is case number 1916, the Tuscaloosa-Bessemer Life Member Council versus the Hub Grub Indebtedness Society. On February 8, 2020, at Beautiful Zion, AME Zion Church, Life Member chairmen from the local churches were given an appreciation luncheon. This luncheon was given for their teamwork, support, and dedication to the society. The Speaker of the House was Mrs. Pamela Johnson. In conclusion of this case, teamwork makes the dream work. Case number 2 on the docket is case number 1935. The Tuscaloosa-Bessemer District Life Member Council versus the Masked Raider. Even during this pandemic, people have needs. Every second and fourth Thursday of the month at St. Mark AME Church, our sister church, food is given to the community. The Masked Raider and her partner, who is also a member of our society, are spotted among the volunteers during that program. We mask up, we get the job done. Mission matters. I rest my case.
As you can see, the attorneys representing the North Alabama Conference are competent, engaging, and thorough. Even through a pandemic, we still worked to extend missions to those in need. Judge J.I.W. Larte, we rest our case.